Welcome back to Capital Tonight. Earlier today, lawmakers from New York huddled with lawmakers from 7 other states to discuss a state-level response to policies coming down from the Trump administration. Albany State Senator Pat Fahy was there. She joins us with more. Hello, Senator. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Great to be here.
So tell us about this state-level response. Who is meeting and why?
So this was this was the State Futures, relatively new organization, at least new to me, that really has been trying to work with a number of states to organize us, because so many of us have similar agendas or are doing similar work to try to call out really what has been an erosion of public trust because of the actions of law enforcement at the federal level.
Are we talking about immigration? This is about
yes.
ICE. Okay.
Yes, a lot of it is coalesced around the extraordinarily aggressive immigration tactics, particularly ICE and border control. And by the way, no one argues we don't need immigration reform. No one argues that this is a debate that has been problematic for years, but we are going backwards, not forwards.
So was there a determination that you would all work together toward a certain goal? What did you end up with?
So I think each of us briefed some of the highlights of the bills that we carry. I was joined by 5 other legislators here in New York. There were multiple other legislators on as well. And we each went through those bills to raise our concerns, our collective concerns, again, about how these paramilitary type tactics have really eroded public trust, and the alarm of how un-American this is to see people abducted off of our streets. And as you know, the research is now showing more and more, these are not violent criminals. In fact, the Chicago Tribune did a study after what happened in Chicago. 1.5% of those abducted or arrested were violent criminals. Many of them the majority have no record whatsoever. Some may have traffic violations. Many of them are trying to play by the rules, right? They're being arrested in court when they're trying to process their immigration work.
So this is something of concern, and you said that this is from mostly Democratic states, or is it also from some Republican states as well?
There's it depends on how you look at them. Pennsylvania, for instance,
okay, so some
many
purple
of them
states.
Some very purple. Virginia suddenly getting a little bluer, I guess. But Colorado, Maryland, Virginia, but yes, a number of blue states.
So did you share a couple of the pieces of legislation that you have proposed?
Yes, we've all been sharing our legislation. It's just been a great coalescing. We had done this in August at an event where we did a multi-state event in August while in Boston. But this has grown, and yes, we're all sharing legislation. I mentioned my mask bill because, again, when you're arresting somebody off the streets, it looks like an abduction when you have armed law enforcement. And as you know, we've spent millions here in New York to increase transparency with body cameras on law enforcement, which they've often embraced. So the federal level, we're going backwards. But all shared the alarm. I have the mask bill, I have the Avella one, I now have a radar bill to try to better capture the data of what is going on, because so little of that is being shared. Almost no accountability or transparency.
So this is called the Radar Act. Could you be more specific? What kind of data are you going to be capturing with this bill?
So what we are proposing, and this is one of the first of its kind, is that because so much of this is anecdotal, there was an app that was launched in Chicago. It was forced, evidently, by the Trump administration to take down that app, a private sector app, to try to track some of these arrests. So what we're saying is we need a state-level public dashboard recording some of the enforcement activities as well as like the arrests, the detentions, but really getting a sense as well of these intergovernmental service agreements. These are often what are referred to as the 287Gs. It may be a county or a local government, and we don't even have a good sense of that. So we need a better sense of these transfers, the detainers that are out there, and a better sense of the patterns being used.
This is what your Radar Act would track. Now, it's not been passed, correct? You are going to try to pass it this coming legislative session.
We just announced it a few weeks ago. Because we're not in session yet, we've been asked to hold off on bill numbers. But that's the type of information we're sharing with other legislators. Of course, Senator Gennardez was on to talk about the New York for All and the importance of passing the New York for All. So bills like that. Senator Mayer was on talking about sensitive locations in schools, because we know children around the country are not showing up to school because of fear. So there's multiple bills really trying to come at this, since, as you know, Congress has been quite paralyzed. We need help with our health care right now, and paralyzed on many other levels. In the meantime, we have rogue agents acting in a paramilitary fashion.
So it sounds as if this is going to be one of the priorities for the state Senate. Is that correct?
Well, I'm not in the position to name the priorities. There's certainly a huge priority of mine, as well as a number of colleagues that joined the call. We think that this should be a priority. Clearly, the budget, healthcare, housing, as you know, we've been handed lots of bags of coal long before the holidays, but we are billions short because of the big, beautiful bill passed in July.
So what I wanted to ask you is, there's tremendous pressure now on Governor Hochul to raise taxes, whether they be income or corporate or some other sort of revenue raiser. Are you supportive? Where do you sit on that issue?
First of all, we haven't seen the details, but do I think the wealthy, particularly the ultra wealthy, should pay more? Of course. Of course. We know what happened with the bill when President Trump was in office the first time, where it gave more to the billionaires and less to those at the bottom of the spectrum. So there's a number of proposals. I think there is some viability to a number of them. It's been hard to sort through. I know the governor is having conversations, but yes, we have to make sure we're doing it in the right approach, because we want to make sure we're hanging on to young people, middle income earners, and the wealthy who are creating jobs. But yes, I think we're going to tackle some of this for sure. We have an imbalance, growing hyper wealth. At the same time, we're growing poverty.
Well, we're out of time, but I want to thank you very much. We've been speaking with Albany Democratic State Senator Pat Fahy. We'll talk soon, I hope, and have a great holiday.
Thank you for the interest. Lots ahead. Lots of work ahead.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Let Spectrum News be your resource for balanced, in-depth political coverage. And click the subscribe button here. You can also download our app and watch us on TV to learn more about the candidates, where they stand on the issues, and more. We'll see you then.